Ever wondered what impact courtroom distractions might have on a judge's verdict? Today, we're delving into just that, using the intriguing case of the Trump family's New York civil case as our lens. Donald Trump, alongside his sons Eric and Donald Trump Jr., stand accused of a slew of charges, including the falsification of business records, conspiracy, and insurance fraud. The potential consequences, if found guilty, are severe. New York Attorney General Letitia James, who alleges that Trump inflated his net worth to cheat the system, has proposed a hefty $250 million fine and a ban on Trump's businesses operating in New York. As we navigate through this complex narrative, we'll be exploring the courtroom behavior of Trump's family and supporters and their potential influence on the outcome of the trial. As we dive deeper into this intriguing case, let's remember that the courtroom is a theater of its own kind. It's a common belief that courtroom distractions can sway a judge's decision, but is it really so? As the fraud trial of Donald Trump unfolds in Manhattan, the courtroom has been anything but a quiet sanctuary of justice. Trump's son, Eric, has been particularly expressive, shaking his head in apparent disgust and openly displaying his opinions from the gallery as the proceedings continue. But these antics, however theatrical, are unlikely to influence the outcome of the trial, according to Nima Rahmani, president and co-founder of West Coast Trial Lawyers. In an exclusive chat, Rahmani confirmed to the list that Judge Arthur Engoron won't be swayed by such distractions. No matter how many guffaws and faces Eric makes from the gallery, it won't have any effect on the outcome of the trial, he stated emphatically. Rahmani, an experienced trial lawyer, further explained that while members of a jury might notice antics happening in the gallery, Trump's trial is a bench trial. This means that only the judge makes the final decision, with no jury members involved. Judges have seen it all and aren't affected by outside factors the way jurors are, Rahmani noted. This isn't to say that Judge Engoron is oblivious to the courtroom antics. On the contrary, he has demonstrated a clear disapproval of any grandstanding when it comes to his courtroom or the Trump trial. Yet his focus remains firmly on the evidence presented and the law. The Trump family, along with their supporters, might be expressing their views openly in the courtroom, but it's important to remember that these public displays are unlikely to impact the final verdict. The law, after all, isn't a stage where the loudest or most expressive actor wins, but a solemn place where justice is served based on facts and evidence. In a bench trial, the judge's verdict is based on evidence and law, not reactions from the gallery. Outside the courtroom, the battle continues on another front: social media. Donald Trump, a figure well known for his active and often controversial social media presence, doesn't shy away from using these platforms to voice his thoughts and opinions about the case. His posts, ranging from fervent denials of any wrongdoing to outright criticisms of the trial proceedings, are seen by millions around the world. Yet it's crucial to remember that the sphere of social media and a court of law are two very different arenas. In the first week of the New York civil fraud trial, Trump posted a disparaging comment and an unflattering picture of Judge Arthur Engoron's clerk, Allison Greenfield. This act of defiance did not go unnoticed. The judge swiftly imposed a gag order, prohibiting any discussion about his staff on public platforms, and demanded the immediate removal of the post. However, when this order was not adhered to promptly, Trump found himself slapped with a $5,000 fine. But the judge's response didn't stop there. He warned of more stringent consequences, including possible jail time should there be further violations of the gag order. This stern reaction from Judge Engoron serves as a stark reminder that the rules of the courtroom cannot be flouted, even in the digital realm. In the third week of the trial, Trump reportedly labeled the judge as partisan in an interaction with reporters outside the courtroom. This remark, recorded by C-SPAN, led Judge Engoron to summon Trump to the stand to clarify his comments. This incident underscores the judge's commitment to maintaining the integrity and impartiality of the trial, regardless of the noise generated on social media. In the digital age, the courtroom extends beyond its physical boundaries, but the judge's gavel still holds the final say. No amount of social media influence or public opinion can sway the verdict. At the end of the day, it's the facts presented within the courtroom walls and the interpretation of the law that will determine the outcome of this high-profile case. As we wrap up our discussion on courtroom distractions, let's reflect on the key points. We began with the charges against the Trump family: falsifying business records, conspiracy, and insurance fraud. New York Attorney General Letitia James has levied a $250 million fine, with the added sting of potentially barring Trump businesses from operating in New York. Then we moved on to the courtroom distractions. Eric Trump's visible reactions and the pro-Trump attendees' outspoken opinions have certainly made headlines. However, as we learned from our conversation with Nima Rahmani, the president and co-founder of West Coast Trial Lawyers, these public displays won't influence Judge Arthur Engoron's final decision. As Rahmani pointed out, this is a bench trial, not a jury trial. The judge, not a jury, will be making the final decision, and as experienced as he is, will not be swayed by any antics in the gallery. We also looked at the influence of social media, particularly Donald Trump's active presence there. Despite his reputation for using it as a platform to air his views, his online activities have been curtailed by the judge's gag order. This order was instated after Trump posted a negative comment and photo about Judge Engoron's clerk, Allison Greenfield, which led to a $5,000 fine. So, what are the main takeaways from this? First, the gravity of the charges against the Trump family can't be understated. Second, no matter how much noise is made in the courtroom or on social media, it won't sway the judge's verdict. And third, the judge's gag order serves as a reminder that the court demands respect, both inside and outside its walls. While courtroom theatrics and social media posts may capture public attention, they don't dictate the course of justice. In the end, the judge's verdict is based on the evidence presented and the law.